Hello and welcome to SLR racing this weekend around the Hungarian Grand Prix, and to start off with we are going in the F2 cars and we will start very shortly for our one-shot qualifying, and then that will be followed by two races. First one will be a feature race which is longer, and then the second one is sprint race, it's obviously shorter. We will wait and see as the drivers put their setups on and we load into the session, hopefully, which we have loaded in. So we wait for the one-shot qualifying to commence. And that will begin shortly. As Freeman says, here we go. Here we go indeed. Can Freeman do anything today? We'll wait and see. Hamjam, our overall top point scorer last week at Germany, can he make it back to back at the top of the standings across two races? So we have three drivers waiting. We waited on them. Waiting for just hit now, and off we go. Who's going to be on pole for the feature race? We wait and see. Down into turn one we go. Who's leading out of turn one? Dylan and Ham are up there, both teammates, I believe. So we've got Dylan, Ham, Beast and Freeman top four. Monkey's just retired from the session. I think Evoke had a quali ban, that's why he's tried. Monkey, I think, has spun. Yes, round of applause for the NHS. I have just done that. Outside. And we're back in. Welcome to the 13 viewers already in watching. As we've got a battle at the top between Beast, Freeman, Ham and Dylan at the moment, it seems, as they have been the top four consistently throughout. Beast Assassin is still up in the lead. Who will be taking pole position as Freeman and Hamjam overtake? And it's very tight between the top three, as it seems. Jam has moved his way into fifth, quick in his rotating places with Silly Bunny as they come around the final corner. Freeman is first. Will he make it back to back pole positions? Yes, he will, by 0.3 of a second. Fitchan was been disqualified, he must have got a corner, but it will be Freeman who starts on pole position from Beast Assassin in second and Hamjam in third. Dylan in fourth, Silly Bunny in fifth. So we wait for Lewis to get round. He's obviously had a spin somewhere through this lap, but he'll be starting P17 if he crosses the line in time, just about. But yeah, so we have, let's see what's going on in the chat. We have Baggy fan saying go on Darnell. Darnell's starting 12th. It's not all lost from there. All praise the NHS, yeah. Good, that round of applause for them. Let's go Mex Motorsport. We have Mex near the back, I think. Yeah, with Mex Tavo at 15th. Mex Fitchan disqualified on his lap. Hickren said he lost it bad in second last corner, which has caused him to start 16th place. Probably explains why he's 4 seconds off the pace as well. Lewis has obviously had a spin in there as well, but we'll be starting the formation lap for the feature race shortly. Hopefully I won't disconnect, but that's almost inevitable at this point. Yeah, welcome to the 18 viewers for the feature race. Let me know your predictions in the chat, please. Who's going to win this feature race? or who you think's going to win overall as well. Freeman starting off with 4 points already, as he did last week in Germany. Can he go better than he did in Germany though, as we are now starting off, or people are running up, and we'll be going into the formation lap very shortly, and you will see the grid. Darnell to be 16th or lower after lap 1. I believe Darnell just said that himself, which is very promising. He meant to be confident. Anyway, hopefully Darnell does better than that. 19 laps we have around the Hungary ring for our feature race. Freeman will start from pole, Beast in second. We have, who's that? Shamam is practicing his starts already, seeing how far he can get up the grid. Yes, Freeman in first space, Beast. And oh, I've just been informed that's his brother. Okay, yeah. Well, I think you should be a bit kinder to your brother anyway. I'm sure you want him to do better than be 16th after lap 1. But yeah, this is our grid. Beast in second, Ham in third, Dylan in fourth, Silly Bunny in fifth, Jamam in sixth, Codmaster in 7th, Division in 8th, Pluto in 9th, OMH in 10th, Scopes in 11th, Darnell in 12th, Callum in 13th, Rockamad, who's on the grid alongside his teammate. They've obviously come together, which is not going to be good for them off the start. So Rockamad in 14th, Mex Tavo in 15th. Tyres are going to be cold. Hicklin 16th after poor qualifying, as he said himself, as he lost it in the second last corner. Lewis, who also must have had a bit of a spin somewhere on his lap, he'll start 17th, but I'm sure we'll see good pace from them. Darnell's off the track, which is doesn't bode well. Monkey is 18th, Mex Fitchdan 19th, and Evoke Replays is kind of run around at the back, quite a fair distance away from the cars ahead. His Sizer quali ban from last week in Germany will start last. He will come round and form the grid. As can we get a good view? I don't want that one. Right, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Iconum's jumped the start already, and it's lights out and away we go. Who's got the better start out the front? Hamjam is going down the field. Freeman's covered off the inside. Hamjam around the outside. Freeman leads into turn 1. We have Silly Bunny around the outside as well. He's moved up position. Dylan's dropped twice. Back of the field, there's a yellow flag in sector 1. There's a bit of a concertina effect going at the back here. A group of cars have lost positions. Evoke's up 7 positions from the back. We have Beast Assassin in 3rd, and we have Darnell and Lewis at the back. They go side by side into there. Pluto's up position, and Lewis is up in position as well on Darnell. We have side by side action here. Division round the outside. Can he make it work? Yes, he can indeed. Great move from him. We have Mex Tavo. Oh, Hickland's made a mistake somewhere, maybe. Let's see if he's got damage or not. No, he hasn't, so he can carry on fine, but he's lost 2 positions there. As there's a train starting to form in front of Mex Tavo. It's Icallum and Rockamad go side by side, and Icallum's ahead. But Freeman leads. And there's Beast Assassin going off wide. He's lost position to Silly Bunny. Jamham's going to look interested, but it loses the back end. But so Silly Bunny's up into the podium places. And Freeman leads on lap 1 as there's aggressive defending going at the back by Dylan. Jam around the outside. Can he make it work? You see, Dylan fights back up the inside. And he makes it stick. Just about. Can Jam fight back? He will have a little look around the inside. His yellow flag is take the one. As Rocker Mad in his round. Jam goes for a switchback. Switches to the outside. Can he make it go around the outside? No, he won't. He'll back out. Oh, I think he's hit the back. He's hit the back of Dylan there. Dylan rejoins the track. Oh. And we'll start to settle down. There's a move at the back. Oh, there's the ghost in between, and Icallum spun round. Icallum is round. Oh, that's Darnell wide off the track, and he's lost a position or two. Ziggo just covered by a second, about 4 cars. Izavok's made a great start and is up into 10th place, halving his grid slot in the first 2 laps. I do need some cough medicine, I think. I hate that I'm doing this on my own, but I will fight for it. As Freeman. We have some fighting going on back here. 2 Mexes going side by side. Darnell has lost another position, I think. Mex and Fitzjan's ahead of Tabo. We see can catch back up to Freeman. Doesn't look like it at the moment. Steady Bunny is within DRS at the moment. Icallum comes into the pit lane and he's out, but he's a long way back. Needs a safety car. All the action going on in the midfield at the moment. I think Scopes has lost a couple of positions to both the Mex drivers. Now going side by side. Can he go around the outside? Ooh, he just runs out of room there, unfortunately. You have to regroup and go again. This is the closest battle on track. They're all gapped at the top at the moment. Jamam is closest at the top. We have side by side. Ooh, I think Pluto's made a mistake as 2 cars gone past. Evokes up another position already. Cheering on Darnell in the chat. Darnell's got some fans. Hopefully he can keep going. He's still 12th. He's just picked up a penalty for multiple warnings. On board with Jamam, he's right on the back of Beast Assassin. Can Jamam go for the move on the DRS straight or any earlier than that? We'll wait and see. Yellow flag. Rockman is round and he's got going again. And Darnell is off the track as well, I believe. Is he? Yes, he is. He's going very slowly indeed. We go back on board with Jamam as Beast Assassin goes up to the back of Silly Bunny. So Jam's caught up in a DRS train at the moment. As Darnell and Rockman have just lost a lot of positions on that previous lap, and Jam is spinning, and he is in the wall, and he's been hit by somebody. think that was Dylan, but Jamam's got 5-second time penalty. And it is not good news for him. He just seemed to lose it going through the corner. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Hickling comes into the pit lane as well, but yeah, Jamam down in 15th place. Big news in this race is Evoke is up to 7th position. He is flying at the moment. They're saying it's ridiculous to self-isolate. I mean, and then this says great banter. I mean, yeah, that is great banter. Shouldn't really be talking about that at the moment. We've got a race to watch as Ham Jam is coming to the pit lane and he's triggered the undercut. As Hickling comes out the pit lane, he's going to get blue flags. Blue show in the pit lane as well. Smoke says evening smoke. 2 cars in the pit lane. Freeman leads by 4.9 seconds. And I will need to go and get a drink as soon as possible. I will stay with you as long as I can. Hamjam comes up down in 16th place. Pluto will come out in 18th, I believe. Yes, he will, because Callum and Hickling are a long way back. The closest battle on track at the moment is Jamam and Monkey. No, Jamam's gone up. It is Lewis and Dylan. And Dylan's got wing damage, I think, from collision with Jam after he spun round at turn 3 and 2, I should say. Also, Division is closing up to the back of Codmaster as well. Bottle of Benylin or bottle of tequila? I'm not sure what I'll pick there. But Freeman comes into the pit lane. Who else comes in? I think they all are. Apart from Evoke, who's on the different compound of tyres. Can Evoke show some good pace and do an overcut? Everybody's coming into the pit lane. Oh, Scopes jumps out of the pit lane. Carries on. Jamam gets 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane, and it's gone from bad to worse for the Dams driver. As Evoke now leads after starting from the back of the grid, yet to make a stop. And these are the stops so far. As we have Evoke, Slopes, Monkey, Darnell, OMH, Rocket Mad, Dylan, Callum. He's coming to the pit, so it's only Evoke, Scopes, Monkey, Darnell, OMH and Rocket Mad who haven't stopped yet. They've all gone on to the medium compound tyres. And Evoke will go on to the soft compound tyres at the end of the race. Monkey, as I go on board with the Campos driver, he's gone and spun into the wall, and that is not good news. Can he get it turned round safely back onto the track? Yes, he will, but that's going to lose him a lot of time. Just an unfortunate error for him. He will drop down and he has to pit as well, as they're all kind of spread out at the moment. From one little train here, and that is Rocker Mad. He hasn't stopped yet, and he didn't let go. He just gets a bad run, and Codmaster around the outside on the fresher tyres gets it done, and Rocker Mad comes into the pit lane, gets out of the way of all the other drivers. And the rest of the cars who haven't pitted come to the pit lane. OMH has sped into the pit lane, which is not good news. And Evoke leads. Rockamad has also sped into the pit lane, but Evoke leads by 17 seconds. Can he extend the gap to Freeman in second? Hamjam has closed up to the back a little bit of Freeman after that stop. Monkey has sped into the pit lane as well. which is not good news. Jamie says commentators cough twice, and everyone in the chat does the face mask emoji, which is very true. That's what everybody did. But we move. How's it going, chap? Says Sprightly. It's going alright. Got a bit of a cough, as you can tell, but we will battle through. As Beast Assassin's on the back of Codmaster, this is for position as it stands. Can Beast Assassin get past? And also Division's on the back of that, so this is now the closest battle on track. Can we see anybody making a move in here? As I think, I don't know if Revoke's made a mistake or not, but Freeman's just closed the gap at the front. I wonder if his tyres are starting to go off a little bit. 9 laps, or on lap 9 in this Grand Prix, this feature race. As Freeman does set the fastest lap, so it does show he has very good pace indeed. He's extended the gap 3/10 since I last looked. As now Beast Assassin is on the back of Codmaster. He defends once to the inside, goes back to the racing line, and it's still stalemate between Beast and Codmasters. Yellow flag at the front. I'm not sure what happened there. I wonder if that was a lapped car of iCallum. Yes, it would have been. Yeah, iCallum's just been lapped by his teammate, and Codmaster is still ahead of Beast and Division. Further back, everyone seems to be spread apart. We have Fitzshannon and Lewis made up a lot of positions, but they're fairly close to each other on the track. But everybody below, everything from Scopes downward, has lost a position apart from Monkey, who has not moved at all. And we have a look at the rest of the drivers. They're all fairly spread out, as I said. iCallum take up the rear of the field. Vote goes round again, leads. Gap is closing at the front, so Freeman's lead, and we have a spinner, or do we have a spinner? No, we have iCallum getting out the way as he's being lapped by the other drivers. Freeman sets another fastest lap in the feature race, and he's on a charge. Obviously penalties will come into play at the end of this. What will happen, we don't know. We go on board with Beast Assassin. Can he go around the outside? Codmaster defends. I don't know if he had to, but Beast Assassin will probably get a better exit. He'll get another dose of the DRS, but he's not going to have enough, and it's turning into a classic Hungary ring where it's just too much dirty air to get up and close to the car ahead of you. As Mextavo has lost a position, I'm not quite sure if there, maybe he's had a little spin. As Darnell's got past, and iCallum has retired from the session, and he's gone into the pit lane and retired. He's went into the pit lane, but he's retired, so iCallum is our first retiree of the feature race, and our only retiree so far. As we go back on board with Division in this mini train, still about. Fitzshan is on the back of Lewis still. Tavo is on Darnell as he had a little spin. But we go. Beast Assassin's dropped outside a second. There's Freeman. As you can see at the bottom of your screens. So another fast lap out of this feature race. We have a spinner of Rockamad, and he's spun around at turn 5. That's not good. Hickman's got 3-second time penalty, but that won't matter much because he's P19. And at the moment, Pluto is on reverse grid pole. So we have 29 viewers at the moment, which is very good to see. Will Freeman convert this win from pole position? Well, it seems very likely at the moment. He would be my bet as it currently stands. Go back to this battle for 5th place. Division just hanging back at the moment, can't really make an impression. He's dropped back a little bit now, so he's going to be out of DRS as it stands. Also, Fittershan on the back of Lewis. He make a move soon, we'll wait and see. Ticklen comes into the pit lane, will he be retiring for this beach race? Yes, he does. So Hicklin is out of the feature race as the bottom 2 drivers come to the pit lane to retire. No safety car, VSC as yet. Nothing. Yeah, as yet. As Codmaster runs wide, he defends early on, manages to catch it. He can't make the move. He goes deep on the brakes, but not quite enough. So we go to board with Fittershan. He dives to the inside, darts the inside. Can he pull it off? Goes very deep on the brakes. Lewis slides back up the inside and he's ahead. Almost pulled off an excellent move, but just wasn't enough as he goes too deep on the brakes. Unfortunately, he has to stare at the gearbox of Lewis once again throughout this whole lap. Can he go again as Beastas is right on the back of Codmaster. Codmaster gets a poor exit out of that corner. Beastas is going to try around the outside, but there's nothing going on there. Can he get a switchback? Yes, he can. He's up the inside. Codmaster, and he's made the move up into P5. It's good news for Beastas. Can he pull away? Which is what he needs to now. As Division is a little bit of a slide on at the back of Codmaster, he'll start looking interested. But Beastas is up into P5. Can he go and take a charge to Silly Bunny in 4th place? Now she's cleared Codmaster. Sprightly says, sounding good in the comment box. Cheers, Sprightly. It's nice to know you're sporting. Jay Geds, if that's how you say your name. Don't quote me on that. He says, even mate, honest opinions on Darnell. And his brother is better as Codmaster goes back down the inside of Beastas. Can Beastas hang it around the outside? Yes, he can. He has the inside line. Oh, there's a bit of contact. A little bit of wheel banging as Division will have a little look up the inside. Codmaster is lost out there. Wheel to wheel racing. Codmaster has come off worse. Don't know if he's got any wing damage. Hopefully he hasn't. He can regroup and come back. No, he hasn't. But he will come back. Or can he come back? And fight once more as there was a little bit of contact, which caused a little bit of a moment for Codmaster with Beastas. But Beastas currently has P5. Is pulling away from Division. Now he can concentrate on that as we have a retiree of Mex Tavo, and he's in the wall coming out to turn 4. Yellow flags. Will there be any sort of safety car as Jamham goes slowly? Not quite sure why. He's got damage, big damage for him. Not sure what happened there. But Mex Tavo is out of the race, crashing coming out of turn 4. Long way past turn 4, almost at turn 5, but he has won in the wall. Jamham somewhere has caught up damage, but no safety car, no VSC. Evoke comes into the pit lane. Where will he come out? We will wait and see. If he comes out in 7th place, and Division and Codmaster going side by side. Codmaster, can he hang it around the outside? Division defends very well indeed. Now Evoke will have a good run. Will his teammate just let him through? We wait and see. He doesn't, he stays back for now. Be dangerous behind as Darnell is ahead of Fittershan. I'm not sure what happened to Fittershan there. Maybe he's made a mistake, not sure. But Evoke round the outside of his teammate. His teammate has let him through. So Evoke can go and charge, but he has just picked up a 3-second time penalty. As Darnell is being bigged up by Jay Geds in the chat. But we'll focus back onto the race as Chamab's coming to the pit lane to replace his front wing. Will he stay in the session? Rocker Mad, I believe, is off the track and he's spun again. Chamab's going to the pits, but we'll go back onto this battle. Evoke down the inside of the penultimate corner. Can he make it stick on the fresher tyres? I think he will. He just about cuts across the division, which is a fair move. And it's great racing from Evoke, and he's up into 5th place with a strong drive. He's weaved a little bit on the straight, but he's not weaving anymore. He's up into 5th place. Can he go after Beast Saturn, who's also going after Silly Bunny, and is a podium on offer to Evoke replays. Let's see Darnell for a point. Can he do it? Let's see, he's within DRS but hasn't got the wing open at the moment, so he must have missed the detection point, the last detection point. We have Dylan on the back of Fitshan as well. Not been the greatest race for division, but hoping he come back. Pluto is currently on the reverse grid pole. Codmaster will line up alongside him as it stands. They sort of spread apart, and Evoke has slashed the gap down by over a second. Scopes picks up the time penalty with short Darnell's case for P10, providing Darnell doesn't have any penalties. I've seen a lot of penalties go around, so it is possible he does have some. Evoke within DRS range of Beast Assassin. Can he get there? Can he overtake him quick enough so he can have a stab at Silly Bunny at the same? Freeman sets the fastest lap. I haven't talked about him much recently, but he's going quietly about his business to try and get the full points so far on tonight's races. He was on pole and he is flying at the moment. His Evoke sets the fastest lap himself. He takes that fast lap away from Freeman, but that won't matter to him as Freeman's 8 seconds clear, and Evoke is up into P4. Yes, he gets it stuck. Gets it stick. Oh, I'm not even going to complete that. He gets it done and dusted. He's up into P4. I can't talk. Jammer picked up a 3-second time penalty. Darnell is up into P10, or is he? He's around the outside. Can he make the move on Scopes? Oh, Darnell spun. He's hit Scopes, so he'll be able to carry on. I don't think he's got any wing damage. He just got on the power too early there, and that's allowed Scopes to go away even more. His Beast Assassin still within DRS range, but I don't know if he'll be for much longer as Evoke is trying his hardest to get there. Yes, rightly, stuck, stick, stack. I wasn't sure what I was saying at that point, but Evoke is flying at the moment. Can he get a podium? I was going to say Freeman for my driver of the race, but I think if Evoke gets on the podium, it's going to have to go to him because he is bounced back from the quali burn, and he is right on the back of Silly Bunny. Will he make a move already down into turn 1 as we start lap 7? As he starts lap 17, fastest final sector. He seems too far back at the moment. Has a little look. Very deep on the brakes. Oh, he runs wide. That's going to lose him a little bit of time. Can he get it slowed down? Just about. He will carry on, and he'll have to go once again. Freeman 9 seconds clear at the front of the pack. Binding his time. Just going round, setting quick laps, and he is looking comfortable at the moment. And so is Hamjam in second. He hasn't really made an impression on Freeman, but he's safe as Silly Bunny is not making an impression on him. But Evoke is making the biggest impression at the moment. Can he make a move into the chicane? Will he go for it? He stands back at the moment as Silly Bunny defends. Oh, a little bit of a nudge on the back. He's pushing him through, and he defends going into there. Can he make a move? There is nowhere to go. He's going left and right. He can't make a move, and he'll go around the outside. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. What a move from the ART driver, and he'll quickly defend as Silly Bunny will fight back. Can Silly Bunny move around the outside? No, he can't. And the Evoke defends nicely. He's up into the podium places. Beast Assassin will try and come back at him. Shamram sets the fastest lap of the feature race, but he's 17th.
That's only consolation for him. And the Silly Bunny's still right on the back of the ART driver. The Vogue, can he fight back as well? The penultimate lap. So the Vogue defends once, goes back to the racing line, and he's still ahead. Beast Assassin's looking interested as well. So we look further back, Darnell. Oh, as Scopes made a mistake, Darnell's going to look very interested now. He's going to have a great run, great chance to get back into the points paying positions. So that's not a great camera angle. As we go on board with Scopes round the outside, will we see Darnell? He's still there. Darnell has the inside line this time, and he makes it stick. And he is up into P10, points paying positions as it stands on track. Dylan is behind Fitcham, but they are only battling for the 1 point scoring positions. And Dylan's right on the back of Fitcham. Can he make a move? Look over ahead. Dylan on board with him, and he will stick behind. Has to go again. Will he? Yeah, he will not make the move, unfortunately. We go back on board with Scopes. Oh, he hits the back of Darnell. He goes very deep on the brakes. He tries to get a switchback. Is that hampered his run? He's up the inside and he's round. Scopes is round. That is a disaster for him. He's trying to go up for a move inside. Not really an overtaken spot for him as Fitcham runs wide. Oh, Dylan almost had a little look up the inside. As we're on the final lap of the Grand Prix of the feature race. So we have a look at board with Beast Assassin. He's not close enough. Evoke seemed to consolidate his position in P4. In P3. Silly Bunny in P4. Beast Assassin's going to have to find an avenue somewhere else. We go back down the field. On board with Dylan, he's pushing Fitcham around. He's trying to look for the inside, can't make it. Beast Assassin's got a 3-second type on him. That is not good news at all. He's trying to create an avenue past him and shoots it around the outside. Can he make a 6? He's on the curb. There's another dose of DRS, so have better straight line speed. He'll stick it up the inside. Oh, there's a bit of contact. Big bit of contact. Fitcham is in the wall, and that's going to lose him a lot of positions. I think Fitcham tried to give him the squeeze. Didn't really work. And then, yeah, we go. It's just unfortunate there. We go back on board with our race leader, and he's about to cross the line. Jamham's made himself so he's lapped. Freeman's doing another lap. Freeman wins the feature race in commanding fashion. As Ham comes around and he takes second place, 12 seconds behind with Evoke with this unbelievable drive from the back. It takes P3 on track, but demotes him down to P4 as he had a 5-second time penalty. He must have been for spinning in the pit lane, but still a strong drive nonetheless for Evoke in Division P5. Beast ends up P6. Codmaster P7. Pluto P8. Lewis P9, Darnell 10th. Dylan just misses out on points by 7 thousandths of a second. Scopes 12th, Fitcham 13th, H 14th. Monkey will come round, finish 50 on track. Pluto will start on reverse road pole. It's up to you guys in the chat. Who do you think deserves better? Who do you think deserves driving the race better? Is it Freeman or Evoke? Can I have a few votes in the chat for Freeman and Evoke while I go get a drink?
We got. We got kind of a bit of a tie here between Freeman and a vote for driver of the race. So continue to get votes in for the people watching. And predictions for the sprint race as Freeman is top of the standings at the moment, but will that be the same come the end of the sprint race? We'll wait and see. Hickland says Evoke. So as it stands, Evoke is the driver of the race, and Smoke says Evoke as well. So Evoke will be our driver of the race. Freeman was good, but Evoke had made up a lot of positions, and he puts himself in very good contention for the win in the sprint race. So hopefully I won't disconnect, as I'm known for. We'll wait and see on that. Can I have predictions for the sprint race? Please in the chat, while I wait for the drivers to ready up and complete the formation lap. For the sprint race, we'll have Pluto on pole position, as he took reverse grid pole last time. In the feature race, I should say. Conmaster in second, Beast in third, Division in fourth, Evoke fifth, Silly Bunny in sixth, Ham in seventh, Freeman our pole sitter and race winner already tonight, and the rest of the grid stays the same from 9th down to 20th as they finished in the previous race. Don't have to use two sets of compounds and tyres, can go straight from lights to flag. Yes, rightly, it is reverse grid from 1st to 8th from the feature race. 9th downwards, stay the same. As I said, same tyres, you can use the same tyres throughout the whole race. Podmaster is doing a bit of lawn mowing on his formation lap, which is not going to help the tyres, but we'll go with the cars as you see them going through the heart of the middle section. As now Evoke cuts the corner on the formation lap. Hopefully he doesn't do that in the race. But yeah, can Jamam is the surprise. The last race, well, I say surprise in a bad way in the last race, as he had a poor showing, as he was up there. He makes his way back through the pack. Troy says awesome, light him up lads. We'll wait and see what happens. We will go to the grid as they start forming. So can Pluto convert from pole position in this sprint race? He will have all the fast guys behind him waiting to do so. You have a driver on the grid, I'm not sure who that is. Looks like Jamam had a bit of contact coming back through the field. Anyway, here we go. Can I get a good camera angle? There it is. Here we go. 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights, and it is lights out. Anyway, we go. Lights hold for an absolute age as Codmaster gets an excellent start, and he will take the lead into turn 1, into the braking zone. Can Pluto hold it round the outside? We've got the drivers going about 5 wide in the background. A bit of carnage going on in the background. Can they keep it clean? But Codmaster leads. There's a yellow flag in sector 1 as there's a big incident at the back. Jamam involved with Dylan. Monkey as well. Need to get tangled up with that, but Jamam and Dylan and they come up for turn 4. Codmaster leads. They're all close together as it stands. As Pluto has a little look up the inside but can't make it move. Can't make a move stick. As
He's on the back there, yellow flag, and that is Hickman. He's round. He's not going to be happy with that at all. The yellow flag is slipped to, that is him. Darnell and Kamad. Oh, Darnell has a bad exit. He can't make it stick, and he loses positions. Freeman's made up one, and we have Evoke up the inside. He's up into second place already, and it's an ART 1-2 as it stands. Can they pull away from the field? And Evoke is showing strong pace once again. Hamjam up the inside from the bottom corner, switches to the outside, and Beast Assassin clips the tyre. Lewis squeezes through the gap that didn't even look like it was there. Freeman gets past as well. Division gets past, but there is a safety car. I'm not sure what entirely for. Maybe debris. They all kind of are up, but yeah, Beast just got caught on the rear wheel. As Fitchag gets a time penalty, and I'm going to have a breather. So, as it stands, we have Codmaster in first, followed by Evoke in second. Up 3 positions from the start, Pluto's dropped down to third after the first lap. Safety car is waiting in sector 1. Codmaster to pick up. Ham in 4th, Lewis in 5th. A strong start from him as he started P9 outside of the top 8 points making positions. Freeman up 2 paces to 6th. Beast in 7th, Division 8 Silly Bunny 9th, Fitzjan in 10th, and you can see the rest below on your screen as they're slowing up. I think they're adhering to a delta at the moment, as we'll go on board with our race leader Codmaster as he catches up to the pack, or to the back of the safety car pack. What am I on about? Hello to our 22 viewers in the chat. What do you think is going to happen from here on in? Let me know in the chat. It's going to be very interesting indeed. Evoke has shown good pace so far this evening. Can he show a little bit more and get past his teammate? I don't know if there'll be any team orders going on. So they are 1 and 2 at the moment, so a bit of a Mercedes style from recent years in Formula 1. We will wait and see. They will go around. I'm not quite sure what to say. Fitzjan picks up a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. He fell off the track somewhere. Not sure where. Must have been at the chicane. You have to keep in track limits, of course, under safety car. Otherwise the game will hand you a severe penalty. So we have a look down the field. The safety car will go around once more. And we'll go on board with our points leader at the moment, which is Freeman. Sprightly says, I hope everyone behaves on safety car. Smoke says, Evoke for the win. Good pace here. He'll certainly be the favourite at the moment after that feature race performance. Evoke's trying to overtake his teammate already. He's preempting. A good race start. Oh, a good restart. Wait, let's see. What can other drivers do? It's not over yet for the people outside the points as well. We have Darnell, OMH, Hickland, Dylan and Jamam trying to catch up to the back of the pack, but Jamam is a long way back. He's going to struggle from here as we wait and see if the safety car will come in this lap. Rockamad has exceeded track limits, so there's a lot of penalties going out about as they all Constantine are up behind the pack. Go back on board with our race leader behind the safety car. What can he do from here? Darnell and OMH have joined the back of the pack. Hicklin seems to be that he will be too far back. Safety car is in this lap. What can Codmaster do? We go on board with Evoke as we see this safety car restart. Hicklin's got a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. He's trying to push up to get to the back of the pack. Codmaster slows down. Will he go? He has to wait for the safety car to come in. Green light. A green flag comes out at the flag. Hicklin is exceeding track limits ever more. That's not going to be a good case as we have Monkey at the back who's spun round, or he's done something. Darnell and OMH have dropped from the back, but as we have on board, Codmaster leads. Going into turn 1 on the restart, and that is Lewis and Hamjam fighting it out. Lewis, who did ever so well in the Invitational event yesterday afternoon, looking for another good performance in this sprint race. What can he do? But he doesn't go for the move. Freeman lurking in the background. Can he make a move as well? It's the top field, and Freeman dives down the inside. He just bullies his way past Lewis. Lewis did leave the door open. Freeman is well known for his dive bombs, or his controlled dive bombs anyway. That was a very controlled move, and he makes it stick. As evoked under pressure from Pluto. Can Pluto hang around the outside? He's not going to really make a move around there. Codmaster's going to move ever further into the distance. As Beast Assassin has a little bit of a slide on. His two teammates, Rockaman and Mexavo, have a little action. Codmaster gets fastest lap of the sprint race. He's 9/10 clear as Hicklin and Hamjam side by side are top two from the feature race. Hicklin has the Freeman has the I don't know why I said Hicklin. Freeman has the inside line, and he does take P4 away from Hamjam, and he kind of did a little bit of a weave there to let his teammate know that he is coming, and he is coming quickly indeed. As it's a 1-2 for ART, and it's a 3-4 for MP Motorsport. Scopes gets a time penalty. As Will Freeman go for another dive bomb. Has a look. Does he get past? No, he doesn't. Hops over the curb. And they're all still within DRS range of one another, all the way up to Scopes in P11. As Hamjabs crawls around the back as the yellow flag is sector 2, and that is OMH who is round, and as I go there, Monkey is clattered into him. Monkey is out of this race, and there's another safety car. I'm not surprised at all, as Monkey is out of the sprint race and he clatters into OMH, and this will help Jamhab get up to the back. Can he do anything? He's got a long way to go. He might as well put on a soft set as a vote comes into the pit lane. Big news as a vote comes into the pit lane. He's going to lose a lot of positions. Is it worth it? Will it be worth it? He'll have pace, but there'll be in a lot of traffic, and he was going to launch himself to the back of the pack. He's sort of gifting drivers up there like Freeman and Hamjam position, who really are his main rivals. I'm not sure why he's done this. We will wait and see, as he's struggling out of the pit lane exit. He's down in 13th and he's just lost himself 11 positions. Will that be a smart move? I don't think so. You don't need to make a stop. There's not really much time. He won't have much time. He only have about 5 laps. We go back orders. Our race leader still Codmaster at the moment. Can he hold on? You look back, Lewis is still up there. Strong from him. Beast Division and Silly Bunny have lost positions. Have Codmaster, Pluto, Freeman, Lewis, Beast, Division, Silly Bunny complete the points playing positions as it stands behind the safety car. Well, for people that are still watching, what do you think of Evoque's decision to go into the pit lane? Smoke says it's a bad decision, and I will agree with him, because it's not exactly a track where you can overtake. It's not like it's a track like Italy or somewhere like that. There's a lot of straights and you can just power past a lot of people. Hungary is notorious for not being able to overtake. A little bit easier, I'd say, in F2 cars. They're all equal. There's Lewis almost hits the back of Hamjam there. There's a little tap, so it shouldn't be anything. Are there any controller pairs? There probably are, but I don't know. I can tell you that Freeman and sorry. I can tell you that Freeman, Jamam, definitely on the wheel. After that, I'm struggling. But yeah, all track position here, Smoke says, and I will agree with him there. As Lewis really wants to get going. Yeah, Smoke says most of them want to control this race. Yeah, like I said, Freeman and Hamjam and Jamam are on the wheel. Besides that, I couldn't tell you. I don't know all the drivers. I am just a commentator for F2, so don't shoot the messenger. But yeah, Smoke's confirmed that most of them are on the controller, and the safety car carries on for another lap. So I expect we will see about 5 laps of racing. Overtaking going on under the safety car there from Rockamad. He's very eager indeed. Where will Evoque finish in this race? Will he get points? I'd say he could get points. He's certainly got enough pace to get points. They slow right down again. Jamam's coming to the pit lane. He's going to have to catch right back up to the pack again. Is this a good move for him? I don't know. We will wait and see. Ticklin at the back of the pack is waiting to catch up once again. He seems to have always been playing catch up this race. But he is trying his heart out, bless him. After winning the sprint race at Germany last time, seems to have all fallen apart at Hungary. But we'll have a look at our points leader, SLR Freeman, closely followed by Hamjam, so they'll be battling out for the top step. Freeman obviously in the best position to win across the races. Ham slows down to try and get some tyre temperature in there. Let's see what he can do. I believe the safety car should be coming in this lap. We'll wait and see. What can Evoke do from P13? What can Codmaster do from first place? As the safety car is coming in this lap, what will he do? How much will he slow the pack up? Hickling gets a 5-second time penalty as he's trying to catch up to the back. Jam has caught up to the back as well. He's on the soft tyres, so he's going to try and make some moves. Evoke's on the soft tyres, he's going to try and make some moves. He needs to make some moves. He's going to get any good points as they all back up at the back here. Codmaster, I believe, has gone, and he goes and we're on board with Pluto behind. Can he make any impression? Can Freeman make any impression? Can Freeman make it 2 out of 2? The full house of race wins. Didn't get fastest lap, of course, so he won't get that, but can he make it 2 out of 2 in terms of race wins and pole position? As well as Evoke's already making moves down into turn 1. iCallum and Scope side by side. iCallum is in P10. Darnell is getting pushed a bit as Rockerman to a big dive bomb. Can Rex Tavo's a little bit of a slide on. He gets overtaken by Dylan. Jamo's going to look interested as they go side by side up ahead. Darnell down the inside of turn 4. Rockerman goes wide, and they go still side by side as Evoke is passing again. Darnell goes deep, hops the chicane. Will he have to give that one pace back? Doesn't look like it at the moment. As Darnell's up into P13, Evoke up into P11. Bishan runs wide, and the Beast Assassins forming a train behind him as the top 4 very close together indeed. Next saver ahead of Rockerman this time as well. I believe Jam is going to make a move down the inside, gets a little bit of a tap. As Tavo slows down on the exit. Seems to be stuck there. We switch to Evoke, who's up the inside, up into P10. Jam round the outside. Rockerman, can he make a stick? Not yet. He gets forced off the track a little bit onto the grass. OMH is going to look very interesting indeed. OMH go for the move. He has a little look down the inside and he backs out. Jamam dives. Rockerman dives ahead. Oh, and he's hit his teammate, and that is disaster. They're both into the wall. That is going to be some unfortunate conversations for the team boss there. And some interesting conversations between as Freeman has a little look up the inside of turn 4. He does make a 6, gets the traction. Can he make the move? He's up the inside, a little bit of ghosting going on. Pluto skips the chicane and Codmaster leads still, and he's going to try and extend his lead, but he hasn't got enough pace to pull out of the DRS range. Look like in sector 2, and iCallum is out of the race. Let's see where he is out. There's a virtual safety car. We can all calm down again, and he is spun without the chicane. Don't know if he's hit anybody. We'll wait and see after the race. I'm sure we'll see. And Rockerman is spun as well as I switch to him. But there is a virtual safety car, and we can calm down once again. iCallum has left the session as well, so he is not happy at all. As Monkey and iCallum have retired, iCallum has received no points, retired from both races, and that is not a very good show for him, which is unfortunate. Indeed. Must just seem to get unlucky today as a virtual safety car. So we have 3 laps to go in this race. As Sprightly says, damn Taver, 2 bad moves. As can I start having in the chat for the 17 people watching your driver of the race as it stands? Obviously that's subject to change because that could be Freeman. He seems to be strong. Codmaster at the moment gets my vote if he keeps the win. But yeah, Vote is in P9 and he's on the fringe of points as it stands. And Pluto gets a good jump on Codmaster's. Freeman has a little look once again. He's trying to get up the inside. Can he? I think he'll go for it. He does go for it. Pluto turns in. A little bit of contact, but that is fair. Freeman round the outside, he's going to run very wide indeed. Hamjam is up round the outside and Freeman's round. Freeman's spun round, he's hit the tyre. Hamjam is round as well. Hamjam is round, he's come back on the track. Oh, he's trying to avoid. And our top two from the previous race have come together and had a collision. There's a vote down the inside and he's up into P6. And Codmaster leads by 1.4 seconds. And Pluto in second, who is 3 seconds ahead of B7, who has a big train behind him. Can Evoke get a podium now? He's got a big chance. Evoke round the outside, it's getting very exciting indeed. As Hamjam and Freeman have lost a lot of time indeed. And I think OMH is around. Is that? Yes, OMH is round at the back. We go on board, there's a lot of train as that is Evoke round the outside. Yes, Division up the inside. A lot of moves going on. Evoke makes it stick, I think. Just about. Yellow flag is sector 1. Cars at the back are struggling. I think that's Hickman and Hickman. Oh, and OMH is round once again. Unfortunate events for him. As Beast Assassin continues and Codmaster leads. Pluto in second. So we have a lapped car of Rockamad, who should be getting blue flags. We'll wait and see as Evoke has a little bit of slide on there. What will happen on this last lap of the feature race as Codmaster's still behind Rockamad. Rockamad's got 5 second time rating for ignoring blue flags. It's not going to go down well with the stewards after the race. As we have Fitchan and Buddy around there. Oh, Buddy. Oh, Dylan just about avoids the back of Silly Buddy. We go back on board with Evoke. Lewis defends the inside. He's defending hard to get this P4. And he keep it. Evoke switches to the inside, goes down the inside. Lewis tries to give him a squeeze. And Lewis keeps up the inside. And Evoke swings around the outside, takes P4 away from Lewis. And as Division having a little look, can he go around the outside? I don't think he'll get a move done there. Surely not, no he will not. And he stays behind. And Evoke is up into P4, he's not got long to go. He did make the pit stop, which he probably didn't need to do, considering Freeman and Ham had to come together. But we're on board with our race leader, Codmaster, as he's coming through the final sector now. It's been just a great drive. Consistency is key to success, as they say. And Codmaster is going to come round the final corner and he will win the sprint race by 1.1 seconds to Pluto 1.2 seconds. Evoke just misses out on the podium place. So we have, and side by side across the line, just saw that in the background. And Dylan beats Silly Bunny to the line by 6 thousandths of a second. So there's a bit of lag on my screen. At the back we have Lewis completing the points. He drops a P8 unfortunately on that last lap. Darnell and Jaman miss out. So we wait for drivers to finish. OMH comes round the final corner. Who is your driver of the sprint race? My vote goes to Codmaster, as he's led from lights to flag. Evoke tried his best to get back. And we will wait and see who our top 3 are today. I'll invite Evoke as well to the party, as he was our driver of the race on the first one, and I'll invite Codmaster as well. and you can hear his thoughts on that race. And I'm sure we'll have I assume we'll have Freeman and Ham Jam in there. We'll wait and see the results as Rocker Mad is taking his time getting back to finish, and we'll wait and see. Well, the results are as he has been lapped already and he's spun again. So we'll wait and see at that, and he's just hit all the drivers. Oh, this is not good for him. Oh dear, he's taken out a lot of the people. He's got the time penalty for Jammer. He's already finished the race. I'm not sure what he is doing. He's sliding about. Just needs to coast it round. He's going to spin again as he drifts around the final corner. Yeah, and he finally finishes, and we can see podium sequence and our top 3 from today. Thank you to all the viewers who watched all the races, who participated today. It's nice to see a full grid as well. My throat is humped, as my pal Riggs would say. We will wait and see as Codmaster wins the sprint race. Oh, yep, sick drift it was. You were all over the place, if that is you in the chat. So there we go. Freeman he survived after winning, and it is our top 3 is Freeman, who gets the most points by winning in qualifying. Not winning in qualifying in pole position and winning the first race, and then the 2 ART drivers of Evoke and Codmaster. Let's see if we can get them into the party, and we will commence the interviews. I don't know what's happening. I can't. Okay. Invite to party. Who we got? Freeman. We invite him. Evoke. Godmaster, I don't have him. We wait and see. Freeman, where's Codmaster? Here we go. Who gave me cards? Invite him. Invite party. As the drivers start coming into the party, please make sure you tick your box first before we speak, because we wait for Codmasters to get in to the party. So yeah, just an overall recap for all the viewers. Our winner, or our highest point scorer from tonight, was SLR Freeman, followed by Evoke, and then Codmaster. ART picking up big points this evening, which is good news for them in the constructors' standings, as the season did get restarted. As we wait for Codmaster, but we'll start off without him a moment. He's not joining, and we'll go on to Evoke. Evoke, well done for a second place finish. Overall, it was questioned at the time your choice to come into the pit lane in the sprint race, but you seem to come back fighting, especially after the collision with Ham and Freeman. What did you think of that race, or those 2 races?
I mean, started from the back at the first race, so I'm happy I got through the field as cleanly as I did. And in the sprint race, someone else was going to go into the pits, I think, and that just made me a little worried, because I know how fast some of these people are. So I panicked, pitted, and just was determined to get past them all again.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that feature race. I mean, obviously you had a qualifying from Germany, which is not what you always want. But yeah, you just flew through the fields, did the overcut, got back. It didn't even need a safety car to help you out, and you finished third, which is a great drive from you. You picked up the driver of the day, driver of the race for the feature race as well from the viewers. So well done for finishing second place. Codmaster doesn't have a mic, but we will congratulate him on the stream. And we move over to our highest point scorer, SLR Freeman, who I think is going to be a little bit disappointed after the sprint race that just happened, but I think he can be happy overall that he's taken the most points from this evening.
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Qualifying obviously looked pretty good, 3/10 ahead, so did a lot of practice, so obviously paid off, and then feature race just got a pretty good start, and then just pulled away. I was actually really surprised just how big of a gap I was forming, and then Ham undercut me, gained a little bit, but then I just pulled away, so really happy with my pace, really can't complain. Sprint race, it's going pretty good. Getting helped up by my teammate, which wasn't really ideal, but then me and Ham made contact, which wasn't really ideal, put me all the way back. And then I had an incident to turn 1, which put me down even further, but yeah, I mean, not bad at all. I'll still take 29 points. Helps me in structures and drivers, so could obviously been a lot more, but can't complain really.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we caught the incident on stream. Just seemed like hard racing, of course. Obviously, you got a bit stuck behind your teammate, which then forced Ham into a move. But there wasn't much you could do. You both spun. You both ended up out of the points after that. So there's not much you can do there. It's just unfortunate
these things
that
happen,
you both
so
ended up spinning off.
yeah.
Racing is racing at the end of the day. But yeah, Codmaster did get driver of the race for the sprint race. He led from lights to flag and just controlled the race throughout. And that will be it for F2. Please join us for our Division 1, 2 and 3 races coming across this weekend, starting tomorrow night with Div 2. Please make sure you tune in, and that has been F2 with Freeman taking the top points tonight, and I have been ARR Mercs, your F2 commentator. Good night.